Welcome back to the Shigeaki Podcast, where we help you age with strength, not surprises. I'm Dr. Mark Hyman. Let me begin today with a phone call I'll never forget. It was early morning, 6:45 a.m. My patient's wife was panicked on the line. Her husband, George, 63 years old, had just collapsed in the bathroom after his usual cold morning shower. He wasn't unconscious, but he was pale, disoriented, and couldn't get off the floor. When I saw him later that day, he looked shaken. "Mark, I was fine. I wasn't sick. I just took my usual cold shower, and next thing I knew, I was crawling to the door." And George isn't the only one. Every year, thousands of older adults experience dizziness, blood pressure crashes, and even mini strokes right after something as routine and healthy as a morning shower. So, today we ask the question, what if the way you're showering, especially after 60, is silently weakening your brain, your immunity, and your ability to stay upright and alert in the morning? It sounds dramatic, but science and a century of patient wisdom says otherwise. And to help us unpack this, I'm honored always to be joined by Japan's most legendary doctor, a man who has lived well beyond 100, treated tens of thousands of patients, and still walks, writes, and teaches with a clarity most 40-year-olds wish they had. Dr. Shigeaki Hinohara, Doctor, welcome back.
Thank you, Dr. Hyman. It is always a joy to be here. You know, in Japan, we do not rush the body in the morning. We treat it like waking a child gently, patiently. But many people after 60 forget that their nervous system no longer adjusts quickly. They step from sleep into water, from warmth into shock, and they wonder, why do I feel dizzy? Why do I feel tired after a shower instead of alive? And I tell them, it is not your age that is failing you. It is the way you are greeting the day.
That's such a powerful reframe, because in the West, we often think cold showers are healthy. They boost circulation, they make you tough. And for some people, maybe that's true. But after 60, our bodies don't react the same way. The risks begin to outweigh the rewards. And the consequences, they're not always dramatic, but they are cumulative.
Yes, I have seen too many strong elders slowly become fragile because of small shocks repeated daily. And the most common shock, cold water too early, too fast, too harsh.
So in today's episode, we're going to break down why showering the wrong way after 60 can lower your immunity, how it affects blood flow to the brain and increases fall risk, what happens to your heart and lungs when you shock them first thing in the morning, and most importantly, how to fix it with a gentle Japanese ritual that supports your body instead of stressing it. So stay with us, especially if you've ever felt faint, foggy, or freezing after your morning routine, because this one change might just protect your heart, your brain, and your morning energy. So let's go deeper. What exactly is happening inside the body when someone over 60 steps into a cold or rushed shower right after waking up? Here's what most people don't realize. When we sleep, our body temperature drops. Our blood pressure stabilizes at its lowest. The nervous system is calm, the blood vessels are more constricted. It's like the body's in low power mode. Now, imagine jolting that system with cold water before the body has had time to adjust. It's not refreshing, it's a shock.
Correct. And shock, even a small one, is still stress. The moment cold water touches the skin, the sympathetic nervous system, your fight or flight response, activates. Your blood vessels clamp down. Your heart beats faster. Your brain, which already has lower blood flow, after sleep gets even less oxygen for a brief moment. That's when people feel lightheaded, or forgetful, or like they're not fully awake even after the shower.
Right. And in some patients, especially those with existing blood pressure issues, this sudden constriction of the vessels can cause their blood pressure to spike or drop, sometimes both in different parts of the body. Have you seen cases of collapse or fainting, Doctor?
Many. In fact, I had a patient 72 very proud of his hardiness. He believed cold showers were his secret to strength. Until one morning, he blacked out in the bathroom and fractured his ribs on the tile. He survived, thankfully. But he told me later, "I thought I was training my body. I didn't realize I was testing it every morning."
That's a powerful distinction. There's this Western belief that pushing the body makes it stronger, But after 60, it's not about pushing harder, it's about listening better. Let me ask, do you think all cold exposure is dangerous for seniors? I know some people swear by ice baths, contrast showers.
Not all cold is bad, but timing and preparation matter. If you want to benefit from cold therapy, you must first warm the body through movement, breathing, even a light walk. Cold water on a warmed system can stimulate circulation, but cold water on a cold resting body, that is like starting a car at full throttle after it's sat all night in the snow. Eventually, something wears out.
That's such a clear analogy, and the science backs it up. We now know that cold exposure raises cortisol, the stress hormone. In younger people, this can have benefits, but in older adults, excess cortisol can suppress natural killer cells, the very immune cells we need to fight viruses and repair the body. So, when someone over 60 showers this way day after day, they may actually be weakening their immune system, not strengthening it.
And it's not just physical. I've noticed many elders feel more anxious, more restless, more off during the day, and they never connect it to their morning routine. They think it's their age. But sometimes it's just the body saying, please begin slower.
So true. And yet, we don't want to scare people. We want to empower them. This isn't about avoiding showers. It's about changing how and when we do them, especially as we age.
Exactly. The shower should refresh you, not shock you. And with just a few small changes, you can turn your bathroom from a source of stress into a space of true renewal.
So let's shift the lens a little. In the West, morning showers are almost a ritual of identity. You wake up, jump in, feel refreshed, and rush out the door. It's how we say, I'm ready for the world. But in Japan, the culture around bathing is completely different. Doctor, can you help us understand that?
Gladly. In Japan, bathing is not a task. It is a transition. We do not use it to wake up. We use it to slow down, to prepare for sleep, or to reset the nervous system after stress. That is why most elders in Japan bathe in the evening, not in the morning. They bathe after the day has softened their muscles, after food has nourished the body, and after they've had time to be fully awake.
That's such a contrast. Here, a cold shower is seen as brave, energizing, even productive. But when I think about the elderly, especially those who live alone, getting out of a warm bed and walking into a cold, slippery shower first thing, it's not energizing. It's risky.
Yes. And we must ask ourselves, what is the goal? Is the shower meant to stimulate or to support? For an 80-year-old, the goal should never be to shock the body into performance. It should be to nurture circulation, calm the heart, and invite energy gently.
So, for those listening, wondering, should I stop showering in the morning? What do you say?
Not necessarily stop, but consider this. Are you fully awake before you step in? Have you moved your body, drunk some water? Let your heart rate rise naturally. Is the bathroom warm? The floor dry? The water not too cold? If the answer is no, then you are not ready to shower, and your body will respond with tension, not renewal.
That's such a practical reframe. We don't have to abandon the habit, we just have to soften the entry point. Make it less of a jolt, more of a flow. What about evening showers? You recommend that?
Yes, very much. Evening bathing has many benefits. It relaxes the nervous system, promotes deeper sleep, helps the body release tension stored from the day, and allows better breathing, especially when paired with warm foot soaks or herbal teas. I often tell my patients, sleep does not begin when your head hits the pillow. It begins when the body is allowed to unwind. A warm shower at 8 p.m. can be the beginning of a very healing night.
That's beautiful. And it makes me wonder, what other things do we rush through in the name of productivity without realizing we're depleting ourselves? Because when I hear you speak about bathing, I don't hear hygiene. I hear ritual reconnection, even reverence.
Yes, we bathe not just to clean the skin, but to cleanse the tension. And the older we become, the more we must choose softness, not because we are fragile, but because the world has already been too hard.
All right, so we've talked about what can go wrong with a rushed cold morning shower, but let's shift toward the solution. Dr. Hinohara, what does a safe, supportive shower look like for someone over 60? What should it feel like?
It should feel like an embrace, not a slap. Showering after 60 must be gentle, rhythmic, and respectful of the body's transition from rest to motion. I always encourage my older patients to think of bathing as a conversation with the body, not an order. Let me walk you through what I call the Shigeaki Protocol. Step 1. Delay the shower. Wait at least 45 minutes after waking. The body needs time to wake. Your blood pressure, circulation, and nervous system are still adjusting after sleep. So instead of rushing into the bathroom, start your day with a glass of warm water, some light stretching or breathing at the window. You're not delaying hygiene. You're protecting your brain and your heart.
That's such a simple shift, but it makes all the difference. I've seen patients report fewer dizzy spells just by waiting 30, 60 minutes before bathing.
Step 2. Warm the body first. Before water touches your skin, especially in colder seasons, massage your arms and legs gently. Rub your hands together until they feel warm. Cup them over your cheeks. This activates peripheral circulation and signals the body we are about to enter a warm environment. Bonus tip: drink a small cup of warm ginger or barley tea beforehand. It gently raises core temperature and supports immunity.
I love that. You're literally prepping your circulation before you step in.
Step 3. Water temperature 36 degrees C to 38 degrees C. This is crucial. Water that is too hot will raise heart rate and dry out skin. Water that is too cold will cause vasoconstriction, stress the nervous system, and risk triggering a drop in brain perfusion. Your ideal range is just slightly warmer than body temperature. It should feel soothing, not scalding or shocking.
That's especially important for people with high blood pressure or those prone to heart palpitations.
Step 4. Keep the shower short. 5 to 7 minutes. This is a cleanse, not a ritual spa soak. Standing too long in hot water can lower blood pressure, leaving you lightheaded or drained. Keep it efficient. Start with the feet and hands, move gently toward the core finish with the back and shoulders. Step 5. Dry off gently. Plus, keep the body warm.
Let's not forget post-shower is just as important. Many seniors feel cold or fatigued not during the shower, but after when body heat escapes too quickly. So, what do you suggest?
Before stepping out, pat yourself dry, don't rub harshly. Have a warm towel and clothes ready in advance, not across the room. Cover the neck and lower back quickly. And finish with a cup of warm liquid tea broth or miso. It grounds the body again. Optional add-on: evening showers for better sleep.
Some people prefer evening showers, and based on everything we've said, they may be even more beneficial, right?
Yes, especially if you struggle with sleep anxiety or muscle tightness. Evening showers help lower cortisol, relax muscles, and signal the nervous system that it's time to wind down. In Japan, this is the norm, and we see lower rates of nighttime hypertension and sleep disruption in elders who bathe before bed.
So, to recap, wait 45 to 60 mins after waking before showering. Warm up your body with gentle movement or tea. Use lukewarm water, not cold. Keep it brief and balanced. Dry and redress warmly right away. Consider evening showers to support better sleep. This isn't complicated. It's intuitive. It's about shifting from autopilot to intention.
Yes. And I would add this: the way you begin your day is the way your body will speak to you for the rest of it. Make that beginning soft, and your whole day may soften with it.
So, here we are. We've gone from a single moment, a cold splash of water in the early morning, to something much deeper. How we start our day can either support our healing or quietly take from it. And that's what I want our listeners to remember. After 60, the body doesn't want to be shocked. It wants to be supported. And the bathroom of all places is where you can either lose energy or restore it. So next time you reach for that faucet, pause. Ask, am I greeting my body or rushing it? Because something as simple as how you shower might just change the way your immune system works, your brain functions, and your heart starts the day.
Yes, I always tell my patients, we do not age by years, we age by habits. The body remembers everything. If you treat it gently, it stays with you longer. If you rush it, it rushes away. A good shower is not hot or cold. It is attentive. It is done with respect. And respect is the beginning of healing at any age.
And if today's conversation helped you think differently about something you've done for decades, then this episode has done its job. Because here at the Shigeaki Podcast, we don't believe aging is a downhill path. We believe it's a chance to choose better one small habit at a time. So please subscribe, leave us a review, and share this episode with a loved one over 60. Someone whose shower isn't just water and soap anymore, but an opportunity to honor their body again.
Yes. And if you are listening and you've ever felt weak after waking dizzy after bathing, or just not yourself in the morning, start here. Not with medication, not with more coffee, but with a slower breath, a warmer towel, a wiser routine, because how you begin becomes how you live.